Let's begin with updates from the local government polls in Rivers State, where the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, will today, Sunday, swear in the newly elected council chairman of the Executive Council Chambers Government House in Port Harcourt, the state capital, at 4 p.m. And this is contained in a statement signed by the Secretary to the Government, and that's Dr. Tami Danagogo. And according to the statement, the newly elected chairmen, along with one guest each, are expected to be seated by 3:30 p.m. The chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, Justice Adolphus Enebeli, declared 22 chairmanship candidates of the Action People's Party as winners of the October 5, 2024 local government elections in the state.
In my capacity as the Chairman, Chief Electoral Commissioner of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, and pursuant to the extant provisions of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Law Number 2 of 2018 and all other laws enabling me in that behalf, do hereby make declaration of results for the chairmanship elections into the 23 local government councils of Rivers State. After painstaking collation of results at the close of poll by our team of officials regarding the local government council elections conducted this day, the 5th of October 2024, the following candidates, having scored majority of lawful or valid votes cast in 2/3 of the respective wards comprising their respective local government areas of Rivers State, are hereby returned as elected chairmen or chairwomen. They are 1. Abua Odwa, Ruben Vincent Obo, APP. Ahoda East, Esu Rizi Chibudom Hezekiah, APP. The details of the statistics of the respective scores shall be published in RISEC website and the media, and they will be made available to the public and all contestants. The election results for councillorship election into 319 wards spread across the 23 local government areas of Rivers State shall be declared subsequently and soonest, together with that of HA that has been sued.
In the meantime, the highly anticipated local government elections in Rivers State has been marked by controversy, allegations of intimidation, and pockets of violence. A news center's correspondent, Igbalani Yomoni, deployed to monitor the polls in Port Harcourt and Obiakpor local governments, has more.
The first stop was the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission office, which recorded heavy police and military presence early Saturday morning. However, the military personnel unexpectedly dispersed after a few minutes. As of 8 a.m., electorate in both local governments were seen milling around the street, eagerly awaiting voting materials from RISEC. Despite calls from some political parties to boycott the election, many voters expressed determination to exercise their franchise.
Police that are supposed to secure both property and humans and have abandoned their duties to play a personal role. And police is not supposed to be personal. They are supposed to defend and work in line with the government of the day, and they are not doing it.
We are not in war, we are not fighting, so why would security come? Everywhere is calm, people are coming to do their normal voting. So if there is war, that is why you look for security agencies. Yeah, we are not fighting anybody. We are doing the normal thing.
Upon visiting various polling units, News Central observed that residents had already cast their vote, with some sharing concerns about the ongoing political crisis in the state.
This is the fierce fairness and the credible election in recent time. You can see, even when they say they are not going to give us security, you see how Rivers people have complied. It's showing you that the Rivers people are happy with the government of Rivers, and they're happy with the process, and they want democratically elected local government officials to be inaugurated in Rivers.
We have a governor who is the chief security officer of the state, and what is happening is a normal thing. The man who says he wants to own Rivers State is the current minister of FCT, Chief Minister Wike. cannot own River. River State is too big for one man to own it as a private estate.
Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress APC and People's Democratic Party staged a joint protest in front of RISIEC, rejecting the election's legitimacy.
We are here to express our displeasure concerning the ongoing election. We are not part of the election and we will not be part of it. We just want to let the public know that if you can see the crowd, this shows that elections is not taking place in this state.
Can there be election when the court has said that the processes have been issued are fraud? Can the judge, can the court, can this state have an election without PDP, who is the majority party, and APC, which is the opposition party in the state? To tell you that it's a charade, it's just a sham.
The election was largely peaceful, but allegations of intimidation and violence marred the process.
First observation that I got was when the materials came. The materials was dispersed by the former councillor of this ward in the person of Awoye, and also the materials, they carried it with the current councillor of the APP, his motto. They carried the materials with his motto from government house down to this place. His name is Monima Oju. All the units, it is that those same set of persons that carry these materials and dispatch these materials to those units. So I am asking if that is constitutional for a candidate like me, for me to go to government house, get material that is supposed to be carried by RISEC officials.
An explosion was reported in the early hours leading up to the election, causing anxiety amongst voters. News Central continues to monitor developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. In Port Harcourt, Rivers State, for News Central, I am Igbalani Omani.
Still on the election, local government elections have been held across 319 electoral wards and 4,442 polling units of the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. But the consensus prayers by residents of the state is that political peace should return to the state as they set agenda for the council chairman-elect and councillors-elect respectively. News Center's correspondent Austin Azu, who monitored the exercise in some local government areas, including the riverine areas of the state, has details.
In selected wards and polling units visited in some local government areas of Rivers State, voting materials and RISEC officials arrived on time. For some of the polling units, the ballot boxes are almost filled up with ballot papers as early as 10 a.m.
You should form the line. You wait for your turn. When you get there, they'll give you the voting paper. They'll first cross-check your name. After that, if they see your name, you go ahead and vote.
So fine. Everything is going on peacefully. People are coming out to vote. This is really 16. People are voting. I also went to our sister ward unit 14, and people are still voting. So everything is going on well.
At the polling units of the governor at Ward 005, Unit 008, Opobonikoro local government area, the governor was allegedly absent, while the voters described the poll peaceful.
Voters are here voting. They were on the queue before now until the downpour came. They had to come to the corner. But so far so good. The process has been very peaceful. Election is taking place in this ward, simultaneously in the various units, and we're having an hitch-free electoral process here.
No, there are no hitches. Election is going on smoothly. No violence, no disturbance. Everything is going on peacefully. People are happy to come and vote. The turnout is very, very impressive.
The caretaker committee chairman of Nkana local government area of the state, a RISEC returning officer for the AGA, also provided security assessments of the poll to journalists.
A few minutes ago, I got a sad information that one ward, as they were moving their materials to their ward, that they were waylaid on the way and the materials were carted away.
In every election, there's first that people will be dragging, trying to cut away materials. We have had 1 or 2 ballot boxes being snatched here and there, but now we're in a digital era. So snatching of ballot papers or ballot box or vandalizing vehicles that carried electoral materials and all that, it's neither here nor there. I know that at the end of the election, the long arm of the law will cut up with those culprits or whoever is found to be that perpetrated such acts of violence.
Meanwhile, some residents of the state have started setting agenda for the next council chairmen and councillors, whom they believe will attract meaningful developments to the grassroots.
The thing what they go do for me or for this community, yeah, then they do our problem. We not get any things. Some of people say we not get house. Some of people will not get paddle or a canoe. Some of people when they sell market, they work out for bush anytime. So we don't want make it work out for bush again. So any person where we put vote for, may come to us fine.
Advice to political leader, I wish them success. May the Lord grant them wisdom, success, and prosperity, and a good governance of the people of Opopo Town.
What we want from the local government is not just about projects. It's that before they do anything, they will come and sit with us and do an assessment, ask us what we need.
A state without political peace might have absolute difficulties in providing the people with good governance. Hence, these voters urged all the political gladiators in the states to let go of their interest for the sake of peace and people of the state.
And we don't like Rivers people to suffer because of, like you said, contending gladiators. It's not about them. It is about Rivers people. People are going to be hurt by this action and this contention.
In Ottawa community, Rivers State for News Central, I'm Austin Azu.
Meanwhile, former President Goodluck Jonathan has issued a cautionary call to political actors, security agencies, and the judiciary, urging them to avoid actions that could worsen the political tension currently brewing in Rivers State. The tension stems from a local government election recently held in the state, which has sparked a political crisis. In a statement posted on his Twitter account on Saturday, Jonathan voiced deep concern over the unfolding situation, stressing the importance of peace and the stability of Nigeria's democracy. The former president appealed to all stakeholders, especially state institutions, to ensure that democratic principles are upheld by conducting peaceful and credible elections. He also advised political players to exercise caution and patriotism in their quest for power, noting that the crisis in Rivers State bears a striking resemblance to the political unrest that shook Nigeria's old western region in the past. And we have our correspondent, Austin Azu, joining us from Rivers State for more update. Austin, good afternoon. Glad to have you join me on the news. Just bring us up to speed. How is Rivers State? Okay, seems we lost connection with our correspondent. We'll try to connect with him in the course of the news bulletin. But meanwhile, now still on election matters, the chairman of the Benue State Independent Electoral Commission, BCEC, Temolom Tombowa, has announced that the All Progressives Congress, APC candidate...
Currently, we are close to the government house,
okay,
and as we speak at the moment, the chairman-elect and their vice are currently receiving their certificates of return at the office of the deputy governor, and thereafter they will move down to the government house where they will be sworn in by the governor today. The event is slated for 4 p.m. But however, we went around the metropolis here and we spoke to a cross-section of residents of the state, which they expressed diverse opinion about the outcome of the election. And not only that as well, we equally saw that the entrance of the secretariat, particularly that of FAGA, is being the security personnel who have been there for about 6 months now. They are still amassing their security vehicle at the entrance of the gate. And we equally saw a padlock from the other entrance of the gate. So it means quite well that the security personnel are still there. But we are yet to find out if they are providing security or they are still obeying the IGP order regarding when the whole crisis started in Rivers State, when those ousted caretaker committee chairmen were removed by the governor and replaced by caretaker committee before we are having this election that will usher in new leadership into the local government areas.
Well, Austin, how about those in Rivers State? How would you describe their reaction following the election of local government chairmen? Austin, can you hear me? Austin, did you get my question? Okay, seems we're having connection issues with...
We spoke to a cross-section of them, and they expressed diverse opinions about the outcome of the elections yesterday, while some were actually saying that it seems like it was a caricature of the democracy that we are all looking forward to. Others said they went to the poll to go and vote, and they saw a large turnout of voters who came to their various polling units. And one particular person said that he couldn't go out to go and vote because of the gunshots that rented the air during the voting yesterday. So because of that, he couldn't go to the polling unit. And others said, yes, of course, election ahead. So, of course, we monitored the process, and places we went to, of course, there was indeed election. And just a pocket of few challenges that RISEC encountered when there are materials, voting materials that we are going to a particular ward and a particular unit, we carted away. So vis-a-vis, by and large, quite agree with them that yes, there were election in the states. Whether credible or not, that I don't know.
All right, thank you so much, Austin. We'll keep in touch with you to see how things unfold. Well, many thanks for your coverage. Thank you for staying with us. And still on election matters, the chairman of the Benue State Independent Electoral Commission, BSEC, Temolom Tombuwa, has announced the All Progressives Congress APC candidates as the winners of the local government elections held in Benue State. The election took place across 23 local government areas of the state on Saturday. Tombuwa also confirmed that the APC secured victory in all 276 wards in the state, while declaring the results at the BSEC office in Makurdi on Sunday morning. Tombuwa described the election as free, fair, and credible, noting that there was no incidents of violence or ballot box snatching. The governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mofwang, has assured the people of the state that the forthcoming local council elections in the state will be the best among others in Nigeria. The governor made the assertion in Jos, the state capital, when he flagged off campaign activities for the PDP, People's Democratic Party, in Plateau North and South zones of the state. Our correspondent, Chizoba Anyonwe, tells us more.
It's my honor, therefore, to present this flag to the chairman to be the incoming chairman by the grace of God of Jasal.
That was the climax of the campaign flag off at the northern zone of Plateau by Governor Caleb Mofwang. According to him, and I quote, the presentation of the PDP flags to the chairmanship and councillorship candidates signified the authority of the party, giving them the banner of battle to go and conquer for PDP, end of quote. The governor is confident that the grassroots polls in the state will be credible, thus becomes a benchmark for other states in Nigeria.
We will continue to respect the wishes of the people in making sure that we run PDP. So come 9th of October, I want to hear that in every local government, we went out in our numbers. We are not going to rig any election. We are not election riggers. We win clean and fair. And by the grace of God, we will win the 17 local governments. Let's come out and show our strength. We are prepared more than INEC to conduct this election. And I want you to know that this election is going to be the most credible in Nigeria. So, thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your support.
His deputy and other party stalwarts at the event are not losing sleep as they say the party is equal to the task of winning.
You have been emphasizing the inclusivity of women in your administration. You have stood by women that they should be given either a chairman, vice chairman, or secretaries of the local government, and also some positions in the party structure. We are grateful, Your Excellency.
We want to confirm our dominance of the political arena in Plateau State. So for whatever reason, let no one stay away from going to vote. And the only party to vote is PDP.
I want to plead all of you, as your chairman, that we have it, and let all come out and give this vote. Everybody vote is very important. Let us come out and tell the entire people of Plateau State that Plateau belongs to PDP and PDP is Plateau.
As the October 9, 2024 local government election date draws nearer, all eyes will be on the party supporters and their candidates, including the election umpire, PLASIEC, to see how well electoral activities in the state will pan out. In Jos for News Central, Chizoba Anyuwi.
Several outstanding teachers in Nigeria, including governors who have contributed immensely to the growth of education in the state, have received awards for their excellent efforts and excellent performance. And this was as the federal government marked the 2024 World Teachers' Day celebration in Abuja. The head of service of the Federation says that the gesture is a reward for hard work and aim to encourage more commitment to the teaching profession. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Bogudo, reports.
From cultural displays to march past, Nigerian teachers nationwide reunite to mark the 2024 World Teachers' Day. Themed, valuing teacher voices towards a new social contract for education, this year's celebration, put together by the Nigerian Union of Teachers, honored distinguished teachers and governors who contributed immensely to the welfare of teachers and the growth of education in their states.
Initiatives such as consumer credit card and mortgage reforms that shall provide Nigerians, including teachers, be able to own houses and afford items that shall contribute to prosperity, which they were not otherwise able to purchase.
I am particularly pleased with the integration of the President's Teachers and Schools Excellence Award into this event, which has now become an annual tradition. The awards are a fitting recognition of the exceptional efforts of teachers, administrators, and schools nationwide, who have dedicated themselves to providing quality education to our children. Rewarding excellence in teaching is crucial because it inspires educators to go beyond the ordinary, sets benchmarks of success, and showcases the immense value we place on education.
Teachers are not only the custodian of knowledge, they are the builders of our future. To our esteemed teachers across Nigeria, today is a celebration of your tireless dedication and immense contribution. Your work transcends the classroom. It shaped the hearts and minds of our future leaders, innovators, and change makers.
The governors and the teachers received various meritorious awards with gratitude, promising to do more for the nation's teachers.
We must thank God the measures that have been taken in Nigeria had begun to pay off. We are seeing lower prices. The CNG program is intended to deliver lower energy cost. So Mr. President is tackling the cost of living crisis that the world is witnessing head on in Nigeria. And this will benefit teachers. This will benefit all Nigerians. Equally today, a number of governors who have shown commitment to education were honored. 6 of them, congratulations, including our governor, the governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Nasiru Idris Orangwandu. In fact, in Kebbi State, if you ask a child, he will tell you Nasiru NUT. So in our state, NUT is even synonymous with our governor, which shows his long life devotion to the teaching profession and teachers. And not surprisingly, he was honored today.
I am here with the first runner-up, Dr. Peace from Akoka Junior High School in Lagos. She's going to tell us how she feels winning the Presidential Teachers Award, this beautiful car. Hello, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
So tell us, how do you feel?
I'm so excited. I'm happy. It's just like a dream come true, and it's a way of honoring all the hard work, all the struggling, all the crying, all the work. Everything is a way of, I don't know, I'm so excited, let me be honest with you.
What does this mean to you?
Yeah, it's like, to me, it means that hard work pays. No matter what, hard work pays. Selflessness, compassion, love, care, empathy with your students pays a lot.
Thank you very much. Indeed, hard work pays. It is anticipated that these rewards given to teachers will continue to encourage teachers to do more and make our children more learned and more better and more educated in the society. In Abuja, for News Central, I am Emmanuel Bagutu.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Union of Teachers (NUT) announced that 23 states across the country, along with the Federal Capital Territory, have implemented the new 65-year retirement age for teachers. Speaking on Saturday, the NUT National President, Titus Amber, urged the remaining states to expedite the implementation of the harmonized retirement age for teachers without further delay. The union also expressed concern over the lack of declared vacancies, which has led to stagnation of teachers at directorate level, particularly in the nation's unity schools. To be recalled that in 2020, former President Muhammadu Buhari approved an increase in the retirement age for teachers, raising it from 60 to 65 years. The Borno State government has launched a third phase of its teacher upgrade training program, targeting 1,230 teachers from 5 local government education authorities. Now, this initiative, according to the government, aims to enhance the quality of education in the state as part of recovery from insurgency. News Central's correspondent Umaru Kirawa has more.
A check presentation by the state government signals the commencement of the third phase of the teacher training program. 10 days have been set aside for the upgrade training of over 1,000 teachers from the 5 local education authorities of Damboa, Jeri, Kaga, Mafa and MMC, with the goal of revitalizing the education sector.
The indiscriminate replacement has made all of you to be on irregular salary grade levels. Most of you seated here with your degrees are on grade level 2 or 3. Some are on 4. Why? Because when one qualified teacher retired, 7, 8 of you were brought and the salary was divided. We all know the truth. So at the end of this training, you will be placed at your appropriate salary grade level.
One major issue raised is the persistent absenteeism of teachers, which the government has promised to address with decisive action.
As it is now, there has been a change. And I want to assure the government that in no distant time, they are going to see changes. This abscondment will not be there.
As far as labor is concerned, we have confidence in this government, and we have in particular His Excellency, which we believe he will not dismiss anybody.
A representative of Governor Babagana Zulum commended the leadership of the education sector for upholding government policies and emphasized the importance of teachers' dedication in complementing this significant investment.
We have 1,566 trained teachers that we are going to place them on 30,000 Naira minimum wage with effect from 1st October 2024.
Each of the 1,230 participants is said to receive 50,000 Naira as a one-time payment, along with a 30,000 Naira monthly stipend from October to December.
We are going to have phase 4 and 5 of the training so that all our trainable teachers will be trained, placed at proper salary grade level and paid accordingly.
The government also made it clear that teachers who failed the refresher examination will be reassigned to local government council administration in their respective localities. In Maiduguri for News Central, Umuri Kirawa.
Nigeria's federal government says it has signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Insurance Commission in conjunction with the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria to train and equip 1 million youths with skills in the insurance subsector. The Minister of State for Youth Development, Tumilis Nuni in Abuja, says that the program is aimed to build the capacity of youths with adequate knowledge and create jobs across 774 local government areas of the country.
To work with every stakeholders to achieve this result, neither in data management, nor in digital literacy, creative sector, or entertainment. We would continue to look for opportunities in all sectors in order to promote engagement of the young people. With this team, 1 million youth in insurance, the MOU we are about to sign will guide our effort within the 1 year to bring 1 million Nigerian youth into the insurance sector, trained, well-trained, and very well-trained.
The Lagos state government has intensified its crackdown on illegal parking as part of ongoing efforts to reduce traffic congestion and improve the flow of vehicles on the city's roads. Earlier this year, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu approved the introduction of regulated on-street parking, which was announced during a stakeholders forum held on February 14, 2024. Our correspondent, Bettina Unweli, has details.
The streets of Lagos are notorious for heavy traffic, and much of the congestion is caused by illegally parked vehicles clogging major roads. In response, the Lagos state government, working with relevant authorities, has increased enforcement actions across the city, towing vehicles and issuing fines to offenders.
LASPA was created to find lasting solutions to the issues of indiscriminate and illegal parking across the state. This will aid prompt reduction of traffic regular experienced by everyone.
Like many other major cities worldwide facing similar challenges, Lagos is experiencing a high demand for parking spaces that exceeds the available supply. This therefore emphasizes the need to adopt a regulated on-street parking model to better manage parking resources efficiently.
Government will spend an average of about 200 to almost $1 billion naira fixing some roads. And all from the left to the right, cars are parked there by residents because there's no parking in their compounds. I think that's not just unfair to the government, it's also unfair to the residents of the state, because people are making money at the detriment of the livelihoods of other people. Because if I'm going to go out, then that means I'm stuck in traffic. I have to wait somebody up to get out to move my vehicle. That's the first thing.
Officials say this new wave of enforcement is part of a broader strategy to curb indiscriminate parking, especially in high-traffic areas like Lagos Island, Victoria Island, and Ikeja. Vehicles parked along major roads, blocking entrances and obstructing pedestrians are being targeted in this renewed crackdown, as just recently on Friday, 28 vehicles obstructing the free flow of traffic along GRA Ikeja were confiscated. "28 number plates of vehicles caught violating the Lagos State traffic regulations at the location were all removed, and the owners of the offending vehicles will be charged in court. The Lagos State government says that the crackdown is not just about punishment, but about ensuring that everyone in the city can move freely and safely. All legitimate drivers are urged to make use of designated parking areas and avoid parking on sidewalks or major roads. In Lagos, for News Central, I am Bettina Unwili.
Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested a 41-year-old Canadian lady and Rel Monju at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos. She was nabbed for importing large consignment of Canadian loud, a strong strain of synthetic cannabis. NDLEA spokesman Femi Babafemi announced the arrest in a statement on Sunday, saying the suspect was apprehended during the inward clearance of passengers on KLM airline flight from Canada at the Terminal 1 of the Lagos airport. According to Babafemi, during a joint examination of her 3 bags, Andrin, who was coming to Nigeria for the first time, was found with 74 parcels of the illicit substance weighing 35.20 kilograms stuffed in 2 of her 3 bags. Thank you for staying with us. The news continues in Southern Africa as Mozambique heads to the polls for its general election on October 9th. Voters have voiced concerns over the possibility of a fair and democratic process. Voters express fears that the election result may be manipulated, alleging a lack of transparency in past elections. This growing concern casts a shadow over the upcoming vote. Mozambique gained independence in 1975 after a decade-long struggle against Portuguese colonial rule. Despite its rich natural gas deposits, the country remains one of the poorest in the world.
O nosso jovem está a lutar aqui, a Frelimo deve perder. Mas em termos de roubo dos votos, pode haver nos prejudicar. Porque diz aqui, a Frelimo que fez, a Frelimo que faz. Tudo vai fazer a força e ele está a fazer a força.
Bem, o voto sempre contou e vai contar para sempre. Só que acontece, as nossas eleições nunca foram transparentes, né? Sempre há muitas reclamações, a população votam e os resultados mantêm os mesmos. O que quer dizer, há muita burocracia, por exemplo, na parte da CNE, ou do STAI, sempre que manipular os resultados. Mesmo que há fraude, eles declaram que a Frelimo é vencedora. Eu acho que Moçambique precisa de muita coisa, tipo de transparência nas eleições. A primeira coisa, quem deve governar o país é quem é votado pela população, vontade da população. Essa é a primeira coisa.
In a related development, the Mozambique Democratic Movement (MDM) candidate for governor of Maputo, Fatima Mbiri, has pledged to support the nation's youth and their innovative initiatives. Addressing supporters at a rally, Mbiri praised the resilience and brilliance of the youth, promising to implement policies that will foster their growth and development if elected governor of the province.
Está em primeiro lugar. Já sabemos, a Frelimo sempre está em primeiro lugar. Ele está em primeiro lugar, vai conseguir.
A decisão está no povo. Então, é muito imprevisível. Não posso aqui definir o partido X vai ganhar ou o partido Y vai ganhar. Vai depender muito mais do povo.
Por mim, eu achava Inácio. Esse homem, para mim, é um homem muito sábio, muito inteligente. Eu desejo muito, pela minha opinião, né? Eu gostaria que fosse ele, na verdade. Quem acha que vai ganhar, muito sinceramente, eu não sei quem vai ganhar, porque aqui não se diz quem você vai votar, mas eu acho que, na verdade, o nosso governo, o nosso Moçambique tinha que melhorar mais. Eu estou a ver mais que dão mais prioridade para os estrangeiros. É o que estou a ver no nosso país. Nós, como moçambicanos, não temos vozes. Nós moçambicanos, não temos vozes no nosso país. E isso é muito triste.
Outra coisa que nós queremos trabalhar sobre ela é que o Estado ele é muito pesado. E nós aqui na província do Maputo, cientes das necessidades do nosso povo, nós não queremos ter um orçamento que é despesista, andar a pagar aqui regalias desnecessárias. Nós queremos investir na melhoria da qualidade de vida das pessoas, porque melhorar na qualidade de vida das pessoas significa também melhorar a qualidade de vida daqueles que estão a dirigir, porque nós somos parte dessa sociedade. Na criação de emprego, nós queremos apoiar os jovens que têm iniciativas. Aqui no nosso país, muitos jovens são brilhantes, mas não sabem para onde ir, não sabem como fazer. Então nós queremos criar um centro de excelência aqui na nossa província. Queremos criar uma nata nova de milionários aqui na
Up north, Tunisians voted on Sunday in the presidential election, largely expected to see incumbent Kais Saied secure another 5 years in office, while his main critics, including one contender, are behind bars. 3 years after Saied staged a sweeping power grab, the election is seen as a closing chapter in Tunisia's short-lived experiment with democracy. After ousting longtime dictator Zine El Abidine Ben Ali in 2011, Tunisia prided itself for more than a decade on being the birthplace of the Arab Spring uprisings against dictatorship. The EC Electoral Board has said about 9.7 million people were expected to turn out. About 47% of them are aged between 36 and 60 years.
ننقذوا بلادنا ويلزمنا هذا حق علينا ويلزمنا نقوموا بالواجب نتاعنا ما نخلوش معناتها البلايص فارغه لشكون وشكون يلزمنا معناتها ننتخبوا هذا حقنا وهذه معناتها فرصه معناتها الحريه نتاعنا هذه ان ننتخبوا اللي نحبوا عليه اللي نشوفوه صالح للبلاد.
الانتخابات حاجه مهمه لازم الواحد يختار شوف اللي يصلح بالبلاد مش فايده في الكلام والحديث نعمل
Sue Gray, Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Keir Starmer, has resigned. According to a statement from Downing Street on Sunday, Gray is expected to take on a new role as the Prime Minister's envoy for nations and regions. Media reports that Gray has been embroiled in dispute over her salary, following revelations by the BBC's political editor that she earned more than Sir Keir. Labour has confirmed that Gray will be replaced by Morgan McSweeney, who previously served as chief advisor to the Prime Minister. A motion calling for a ceasefire in Gaza in Britain's House of Commons descends into chaos, considerably weakening the position of the Speaker, Lindsay Hoyley. Hoyley has come under fierce criticism after allowing the opposition Labour Party to propose an amendment to a motion put out by the Scottish Independence Party, SNP, during a sitting that was meant to be devoted to the SNP. Stephen Flynn, the SNP's leader in the House, says the unusual move, contrary to usual parliamentary practices, showed complete and utter contempt for the party, adding that he will take significant convincing that Hawley's position is not now intolerable.
As amended. I thought I was doing the right thing and the best thing, and I regret it and I apologise for how it's ended up. I do take responsibility for my actions, and that's why I want to meet. And that's why I want to meet with the key players who have been involved. Leader of the House.
Mr. Speaker, whilst I acknowledge apology.
Glenrose Saba clinched the Spa Grand Prix title at the Johannesburg Spa 10-kilometer Women's Challenge, finishing in 32 minutes 48 seconds, marking her 4th series win this year. She is the first South African to win the title since 2019, when international runners were admitted. Saba surged ahead after running with Tadu Nare and Deneya Abaraya for 6 kilometers. Nare finished second in 34 minutes, while Abaraya placed third in 34 minutes 14 seconds. Multiple ultramarathon winner Jade Steen noted the rising standards of competition since inclusion of international athletes. Saba's coach, Casta Semenya, commended her dedication and discipline. Saba is set to participate in the Cape Town Marathon on October 19th, where she hopes to enjoy her first marathon experience. The Senegalese Football Federation, FSF, has appointed Pape Thiaw as interim head coach of the Teranga Lions following Aliou Cissé's dismissal. Thiaw, previously Cissé's assistant, takes charge just ahead of 2 crucial 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON qualifying matches against Malawi. His appointment comes after Senegal's disappointing round of 16 exit at a 2023 AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire, prompting swift action from the FSF. A former Senegalese international, a member of the 2002 World Cup squad, Thiaw, has a strong coaching background, including leading the under-23 team to victory in 2022 African Nations Championship. His promotions reflects the FSF's confidence in his ability to revitalize the team during this critical AFCON qualifying campaign. And that's all on the news. Let's take a look again at some of the major stories. Rivers State Governor Fubara is set to swear in new local government chairmen on Sunday. Mozambican voters have voiced concerns over potential result manipulation in upcoming elections. Polling stations have opened amidst concerns over Tunisia's democratic future. You can watch News Central live on DSTV, channel 422, Star Times, channel 274, Avo TV, and YouTube. Many thanks for watching. I am Adebola Adedugba.